Hello people of YouTube, I'm a human commonly referred to as Damon, and this is the Life and Fun of a Nerd. Now, where I left off, started talking about Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, this is where the nobodies are introduced. At the start of the game, you are Roxas. At the end of 365/2 days, you run off and you get confronted by Riku, and he has to take Roxas out so that he can reawaken Sora, because, as I mentioned before, Roxas has Sora's power, and while Sora remains dormant, he can't wake up until Roxas is taken care of. So what happens is, at the start, you're Roxas. You don't remember anything about what happened in the organization. As far as you're concerned, you are a normal teenager stuck within Twilight Town, and, classic dramas. Now, what ends up happening is that Axel comes in, and you're confused as all hell. He's coming in, and he's like, "Oh yeah, what's our boss's name?" If you can remember, and he can't remember anything. So eventually, Axel has to take care of his best friend, and you know, now what happens is eventually Roxas goes through the miniature castle thing, and he sees Sora sleeping, and he's like, "My summer vacation is over," and that's when Kingdom Hearts 2 starts. Now, at the time Sora's been sleeping, Donald and Goofy have been sleeping with him also. That sounds bad. Fuck. They were sleeping in separate chambers as well. So yeah, they're kind of like weird ecliptical things that come up. It's like a cocoon. Yeah, cocoon-ish. Now they wake up and they're like, "Oh man, what happened? I can't remember anything. We saved the world and then we fell asleep." That's what they think. But yeah, chain of memories happen. Anyway, what ends up happening is you have to meet. You eventually meet King Mickey's teacher, Master Yensid. That's the one. And the three fairies from, uh, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo or whatever, Sleeping Beauty, that one. They eventually give Sora new clothes so he can uh, do some new abilities, mainly the drive forms, which are awesome. There are 4 forms: Valor, Wisdom, Master, and Final. I have not played Final Mix, so I have not experienced Limit Form. I have to stress that now. Now, Valor Form, you get 2 Keyblades, which is fucking hectic. Um, it's all about brute attacking and that. And momentarily, you have to give up Goofy to be able to use that ability. Next is Wisdom Form, which you have to give up Donald for a brief period of time. And what you do is you have your 1 Keyblade, you're whirling around like really fast, sliding around all over the place, and you're shooting plasma beams out of your Keyblade. Wisdom Form is all about magic and attacking. You got 2 Keyblades, and you have your spells upped, and that. Final Form, same thing. You got to give up your 2 teammates for a moment of time. Yet you're flying, and you got 2 Keyblades, and your magic is boosted massively. Final Form is my favorite form. Anyway, what ends up happening is that you go through trying to find your friends again. Then eventually you come to the world that never was, which is Organization 13's main home world. It's where they go to, sleep in that. So, what you end up having to do is you got to kill off the rest of the members of Organization 13, which there are only 3 left by the time you finish with them, because what happened at Castle Oblivion, half of them got killed, then you kill the other half during number 2. Now, here's a couple of members off the top of my head. Demix, number 7, carries a sitar and controls water. No, or he's number 9. I think Axel is number 7. He's got pyrokinesis and has dual chakrams, which are little circle things with like spikes on the end of them, and he can throw them, and they're fucking hectic. Okay, so what ends up happening is that you have to kill Sykes, Zigbar, Demix, and Zaldin throughout the story in number 2. Also, Xemnas, who's Xehanort's nobody. Anyway, I believe that's it. I don't think I've forgotten anything. I hope you enjoyed this. Now, the newest game that's going to come out is 3D. Now, what that I've heard is going to be Sora and Riku. Oh, by the way, just got to say this. They end up going back to the islands. Sora and Riku, after they fight Xemnas, end up being stuck in the realm of darkness. Then Sora at Riku finds a message in a bottle, opens it, and he's like, Sora, it's for you. Then it's Kairi's letter, which is an amazing poem. Anyway, it opens up the realm of light, and then they go back to Destiny Islands, where they find Donald, Goofy, Mickey, and Kairi at Destiny Islands. Now, I forgot this. I mentioned Naminé before, and that was Kairi's nobody, who got created when she had to bring Sora back from a heartless form. Okay, so they're all at Destiny Islands, and then they have to take off for something. Fuck, I just remembered. Recoded. Anyway, okay. Recoded happens directly after number 2 when Donald, Goofy, King Mickey, and Jiminy, who's been scribing the entire story the whole time. Anyway, it's just going back through number 1 and 2 and seeing some background information, which I haven't mentioned any, but, you know, it's only a bit more like where Riku was during the time of, during the world getting collapsed and, you know, that kind of stuff. Just basically going through, reliving the story of number 1 and 2. That's about it. 3D, which I mentioned before, was Riku and Sora doing the Mark of Mastery exam and becoming Keyblade Masters. That's about it. That's all I know. I would really enjoy to play that, but yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This took about half an hour to make, so anyway, I'm going to catch you guys later, so keep on keeping on. Hope you enjoyed it. Later.